In a world filled with questions about the unknown, there's one inquiry that has captivated humanity for generations. Are we truly alone in the universe? For decades, we've gazed up at the night sky, pondering the existence of extraterrestrial life. But today, we dive headfirst into a journey that will change the way you see the cosmos forever. What you're about to witness is nothing short of astounding. From eyewitness testimonies that defy explanation to incredible encounters with unidentified flying objects, we're about to reveal an undeniable treasure trove of evidence. Join us as we present the most compelling evidence proving that aliens exist. The secrets of Area 51. Area 51, a place commonly associated with alien conspiracy theories, has long been shrouded in secrecy. The persistent rumors of extraterrestrial research conducted at this covert military development and testing facility have raised questions about their validity. Among those who have claimed first-hand knowledge of such activities, Bob Lazar stands out as a notable figure. In the late 1980s, Bob Lazar asserted that he was recruited to work at Area 51 for an extraordinary purpose: to reverse engineer alien spacecraft. In his account, dating back to 1997, Lazar detailed his work on a captured craft powered by an antimatter reactor, utilizing a stable form of element 115. It's worth noting that this element was not officially synthesized by Earth scientists until 2003, and its stability remains a challenge. Lazar described the craft's reactor, topped by a basketball-sized sphere emitting a force field capable of repelling human tissue. He further explained the craft's two-tiered structure, with the reactor positioned on the upper level, surrounded by 3 gravity amplifiers. These amplifiers served as guides for the craft's unique gravity wave, forming a heart-shaped field around it. The lower level featured gravity emitters, capable of rotating 180 degrees to produce an anti-gravity wave, enabling the craft to move in any direction. According to Lazar, flying saucers operated sideways, not upright, with versatile engines facilitating multi-directional movement. Additionally, he claimed to have read briefing documents detailing Earth's historical involvement with child-sized extraterrestrial beings, commonly known as gray aliens, and stated that he had seen similar-sized cadavers. Despite vehement denials from organizations he claims to have worked for or studied under, investigative journalist George Knapp found Lazar's knowledge of the facility too accurate to dismiss. While skeptics suggest a cover-up or label Lazar as an inexperienced technician, his engineering accomplishments, such as building a jet car and garnering media attention, speak to his expertise. The use of a specific biometric hand scanner, initially denied by the government but later admitted, further supports his claims. Intriguingly, the ongoing secrecy surrounding Lazar's association with these organizations adds fuel to the conspiracy theories. While his credibility remains a subject of debate, the numerous enigmatic elements surrounding his story make skepticism uncomfortable for many. In the realm of UFO sightings, a decade after the initial Tic Tac sightings in 2004, another incident involving a naval strike group led by the USS Theodore Roosevelt occurred off the coast of Virginia. Anomalous radar tracks and gravity-defying hypersonic objects challenged the laws of physics. The encounters became frequent, with pilots reporting similar experiences, including a close encounter with a mysterious cube encased in a translucent sphere. The footage captured in these incidents bears a resemblance to Bob Lazar's descriptions of craft that manipulate gravity and rotate in unconventional ways. While some suggest optical illusions, the pilots themselves dispute this notion. Multiple pilots have observed these phenomena, prompting concerns about underreporting due to the stigma associated with UFO sightings. Luis Elizondo, formerly leading the Advanced Aerospace Threat Identification Program, resigned in frustration, citing government resistance to UFO research that could impact national security. In 2021, the U.S. Office of the Director of National Intelligence released a preliminary report acknowledging the enigma of UAPs. The report confirmed the existence of unexplained objects exhibiting extraordinary capabilities, raising questions about their nature and potential security risks. The Phoenix Lights. To date, our examination has encompassed numerous widely reported UFO sightings, yet none rival the scale of the phenomenon recognized as the Phoenix Lights. On the evening of March 13, 1997, two distinct events unfolded above the skies of Nevada and Arizona. Commencing around 7:30 p.m., the inaugural episode materialized when an observer in Henderson, Nevada, noted an array of luminous orbs adorning the firmament. These orbs subsequently traversed across state boundaries, embarking on a nearly 300-mile trajectory towards Phoenix, Arizona, capturing the attention of a multitude, including the notable actor Kurt Russell. The illuminations coalesced to form a V-shaped configuration, with certain witnesses claiming to have faintly perceived the underlying craft through the veiled canopy. The enigma deepened around 10 p.m. when a substantial cohort of Phoenix residents independently reported an alternative array of radiant luminosities suspended aloft. According to the discerning author and celebrated UFO skeptic Robert Schieffer, these luminous manifestations stemmed from distinct U.S. Air Force training maneuvers featuring A-10 jets. One exercise featured the aircraft operating in a triangular formation, while the other encompassed flare deployments. A seemingly rational elucidation, yet not a resolution. In 2007, former Arizona governor and witness John Fife Symington III, himself an aviator well acquainted with various aircraft, attested that the object he encountered on that fateful night eluded recognition within his extensive repertoire. Symington not only discredited the official account, but also advocated for an expanded government inquiry. Regrettably, despite these developments, a conclusive resolution remains elusive. Consequently, the case lingers in a state of unresolved ambiguity, awaiting further investigation. For the time being, the matter continues to hover in the realm of uncertainty. Skinny Bob's alien diplomacy. Many counterfeit encounters with extraterrestrial beings typically feature low-quality photographs of distant spacecraft. This is primarily due to the substantial financial, temporal, and technical investments required to convincingly fabricate a close encounter with an alien entity. Consequently, the case of Skinny Bob presents a perplexing anomaly. In 2011, a Reddit user named Ivan shared a disconcerting video clip on the platform, asserting that it had been obtained from KGB archives. This footage introduces Skinny Bob, an enigmatic being, provoking an array of unsettling emotions. The authenticity of this video prompts profound questions. Its realism is quite convincing. According to Ivan, the alien visitor hails from the Zeta Reticuli star system, sent on a diplomatic mission to discuss undisclosed matters of mutual interest. The credibility of this claim remains uncertain, but the visual effects expert Randy Sharp, known for his contributions to cinematic productions like I Am Legend and Watchmen, examined the footage and delivered astonishing testimony. Sharp asserted that crafting a forgery of such sophistication in 2011 would have necessitated extraordinary technical expertise and incurred substantial costs, estimated at approximately $250,000. Additionally, the absence of any individual claiming ownership or attempting to monetize the video defies logical explanation. Therefore, whether the Skinny Bob encounter is genuine or contrived remains an enigma. Navy's UFO encounters off the Mexican coast. In the late 2004, a U.S. naval strike group led by the USS Nimitz aircraft carrier engaged in pre-deployment exercises off the northwest coast of Mexico. On November 10th, the USS Princeton detected unusual radar signals near San Clemente Island. These signals, appearing in groups of 5 to 10, defied identification as known aircraft. The senior radar operator with nearly 2 decades of experience was confused. Initially suspecting a malfunction, they shut down and recalibrated the advanced Spy-1 radar, but this intensified the radar tracks. They observed perplexing behaviors such as incredible speed, hovering for extended periods, and abrupt altitude changes from over 20,000 meters to sea level within seconds. On November 14th, during a routine training operation, Strike Fighter Squadron 41 encountered these enigmatic radar tracks. Lieutenant Douglas Kurth investigated a target approaching from the south, noticing a disturbance in the water and something submerged, resembling a submarine. This raised questions, as the USS Louisville, a nuclear submarine, was nearby. Commander David Fravor, leading 2 other fighter jets, approached the disturbance and described it as larger than a submarine. As they closed in, a white tic-tac-shaped object displaying no visible control surfaces darted over the water. It defied the laws of physics, accelerating rapidly and disappearing. They returned to the USS Nimitz, astonished. Subsequent flights equipped with advanced targeting forward-looking infrared cameras, piloted by Chad Underwood, detected radar contacts that behaved unnaturally. Underwood described the object as defying the normal laws of physics. The Naval Strike Group continued detecting anomalous radar tracks for at least 2 more days. Multiple high-ranking military personnel corroborated these accounts. Allegations of a cover-up arose. Witnesses claimed 2 individuals arrived by helicopter, collected data, and erased all tapes and hard drives. Speculation abounds, with possibilities ranging from government awareness of extraterrestrial life or technology to secret military projects. David Grush's shocking revelations. In July 2023, during a congressional hearing, former intelligence official David Grush made startling revelations while under oath. Grush asserted that a substantial cover-up was underway, alleging that the U.S. government had indeed recovered non-human remains from crashed craft of extraterrestrial origin. When asked about the existence of the bodies of the pilots who operated these crafts, Grush confirmed that non-human biologics were among the recovered specimens, corroborated by individuals directly involved in the program. Grush also shed light on activities related to alien encounters. He mentioned colleagues who had suffered physical injuries as a result of harmful and aggressive incidents involving UAPs and individuals within the federal government. Although Grush couldn't delve into further details publicly due to legal constraints, he expressed a willingness to share additional information with congressmen in private sessions. What makes Grush's testimony particularly compelling is his background. As a former high-ranking intelligence officer with extensive access to classified information and unwavering trust within military and civilian spheres, his claims align with those of other whistleblowers at the hearing and thousands of documented incidents spanning decades. These revelations, if substantiated, carry profound implications for our understanding of extraterrestrial encounters and government secrecy. While skepticism is natural, Grush's credibility as a witness, coupled with corroborating accounts, invites a serious examination of the evidence. It remains to be seen how these disclosures will impact public discourse on the subject of alien life and government transparency. The aerial school encounter that defied explanation. Children are not always the most dependable sources of information, often prone to expressing implausible ideas. However, consider the intriguing scenario where an entire class of children consistently recounts the same narrative for nearly 3 decades. This raises curiosity and warrants examination. In the year 1994, at aerial school in Rua, Zimbabwe, a group of students experienced an extraordinary event during their morning recess, far from the ordinary Pizza Friday. A total of 62 students witnessed the landing of a peculiar disc-shaped craft near the schoolyard. Driven by curiosity, many ventured closer to investigate. Unexpectedly, the craft's doors opened, revealing humanoid figures dressed in black. This unsettling sight left the children in a state of fear, but the beings approached them peacefully. Astonishingly, these beings communicated messages advocating environmentalism directly into the children's minds, using telepathy before promptly departing. While not all students witnessed this event, those who did have steadfastly maintained the accuracy of their accounts over the years. Skeptics may argue that this could have been a manifestation of mass hysteria, a phenomenon where a group collectively experiences a shared delusion. The underlying causes of mass hysteria remain unclear, though anxiety is often cited as a contributing factor. Significantly, just days prior to the incident, there were numerous UFO sightings across southern Africa, creating an environment of heightened anxiety. It is plausible that the children channeled this anxiety into an extraterrestrial narrative. Some of these students even created drawings depicting the event, notable for their remarkable similarities. The incorporation of environmentalism into their story also challenges the notion of a mere collective delusion. While we refrain from definitively attributing this event to extraterrestrial origins, it is evident that more than mass hysteria is at play here, making this an intriguing case worthy of further investigation. The Belgian UFO Wave. In the year 1989, within the borders of Belgium, a series of remarkable UFO sightings occurred, signaling the onset of an extraordinary wave of encounters that captivated the global populace. On a consequential evening in November, more than 30 distinct groups of individuals documented witnessing an unusual phenomenon in the heavens above them. A peculiar triangular entity adorned with 3 discernible luminous beacons. Subsequently, during the ensuing 5 months, an astounding tally of over 2,000 additional sightings was officially reported throughout the nation. Confronted with this considerable influx of reports, the Belgian government, entertaining the possibility of clandestine aircraft testing by the United States in proximity, initiated correspondence with their American counterparts in search of clarification. Regrettably, the U.S. authorities unequivocally denied any involvement in such activities. Left with minimal leads, the Belgian authorities adopted an audacious approach to unravel the enigma by dispatching fighter jets when a sighting was reported one fateful March night. Although the fighter pilots regrettably failed to visually perceive the elusive object, they did manage to capture its presence on radar. The radar signature exhibited perplexing behavior, executing erratic maneuvers and traversing great distances, subsequently accelerating to velocities that exceeded the capacity of human-engineered aircraft before inexplicably vanishing from detection. Following this perplexing episode, encounters with such anomalies gradually dwindled. While the Belgian government was expeditious in discrediting the phenomenon, they remained incapable of presenting credible alternative explanations. It is conceivable that the gravity of the initial sightings precipitated heightened public apprehension, rendering citizens more susceptible to perceiving triangular formations in the sky. However, this rationale does not satisfactorily elucidate the enigmatic radar trace that confounded authorities during the course of this intriguing series of events. The Foo Fighters of World War II. In November 1944, amidst the backdrop of the Rhine Valley along the French-German border, a U.S. fighter plane navigated the night skies. Within the obscurity, a vigilant lieutenant discerned a series of unsettling luminous phenomena in the distant horizon. Mistakenly attributing these phenomena to potential German aerial weaponry, the crew prepared for engagement, only to witness the inexplicable vanishing of these strange lights. This event marked the inception of a protracted series of enigmatic encounters. Subsequent accounts from wartime aviators chronicled peculiar radiant orbs, intermittent flashes of luminescence, and encounters with unidentified airborne objects closely trailing their aircraft. These perplexing entities were soon dubbed Foo Fighters, drawing inspiration from a popular comic strip of that era titled Smokey Stover. The nature of these Foo Fighters has been a subject of considerable conjecture. Some contend that these sightings were the result of combat-induced fatigue, suggesting that the harrowing rigors of warfare had precipitated hallucinatory episodes among the aviators. However, testimonies from acquaintances of these pilots attest to their sound mental faculties. Alternative hypotheses posit that the Foo Fighters were experimental enemy aircraft, but the absence of concrete evidence over time casts doubt on this theory. Intriguingly, a prevalent notion proposes that these elusive entities may have been extraterrestrial visitors, intent on observing and studying human aviation technology. Nevertheless, this leads to a perplexing question. Why have such sightings not persisted during civilian air travel? An insightful perspective suggests that the unparalleled devastation wrought by the Second World War may have resonated across the cosmos, attracting the curiosity of beings from distant galaxies. Upon scrutinizing humanity's turbulent nature, these visitors may have opted to disengage and withdraw, ultimately resulting in the cessation of such sightings. The Calvine UFO Photo. UFO photographs often appear grainy and unconvincing, resembling amateurish snapshots. In stark contrast, we are pleased to introduce you to an extraordinary photograph known as the Calvine Photo, widely acclaimed as the clearest UFO image ever captured. This remarkable image, taken by 2 young chefs in 1990 in Scotland, depicts a peculiar diamond-shaped object in close proximity to a conventional aircraft. Interestingly, the 2 chefs initially submitted this photograph to a newspaper for publication. However, rather than featuring it, the newspaper forwarded the image to the British Ministry of Defense, where it remained shrouded in secrecy for a staggering 30 years. The year 2020 marked a turning point when British academic journalist David Clarke successfully unearthed this enigmatic image. Clarke had been intrigued by this story since 2009, even in the absence of photographic evidence. Eventually, he tracked down a retired Royal Air Force officer who had safeguarded a print of the photograph. Astonishingly, the retired officer had long awaited someone to inquire about it, willingly sharing the picture. Unlike numerous other UFO sightings, the authenticity of this photograph withstands scrutiny. Andrew Robinson, a senior photography lecturer at Sheffield Hallam University, meticulously examined the image and affirmed the presence of the object before the camera, ruling out any manipulation. Additionally, the RAF officer retained that the witnesses claimed the craft emitted no audible sound, adding to the mystery. Regrettably, the identities of these witnesses remain undisclosed. Despite the expectation that the names and the original photograph would be disclosed in 2021, British authorities have opted to withhold this information until 2076, citing privacy concerns. The Battle of Los Angeles. During World War II, there were reports of peculiar aerial phenomena similar to the Foo Fighters previously mentioned, those enigmatic lights that trailed military aircraft. One notable incident was the Battle of Los Angeles, which occurred shortly after the United States entered the war in the wake of the Pearl Harbor attack. This event unfolded in February 1942, when air raid sirens blared across Los Angeles County, triggering a swift response from troops who manned anti-aircraft guns. For over an hour, the night sky was ablaze with gunfire, smoke, and shrapnel as they engaged in a defensive barrage. However, as dawn broke, it became apparent that no enemy aircraft had been downed, leaving many baffled. Some witnesses reported seeing a singular balloon-like craft in the sky, a detail seized upon by ufologists as potential evidence of extraterrestrial involvement. A widely recognized photograph depicting numerous searchlights converging on an unidentified object added intrigue to the narrative, igniting speculation about the presence of extraterrestrial entities. Nonetheless, further investigation and analysis have cast doubt on the extraterrestrial hypothesis. The original photograph, often cited as evidence, had been significantly altered before its publication in newspapers to enhance visibility in black and white print. Moreover, the United States Air Force conducted an inquiry, concluding that the incident was likely triggered by the release of meteorological air balloons over Los Angeles at the time. While the official explanation suggests that no aliens were involved in the Battle of Los Angeles, some maintain skepticism and suggest the possibility of a cover-up. In any case, this episode remains a curious and enigmatic chapter in the annals of wartime history, exemplifying the enduring allure of unexplained phenomena and the enduring fascination with the unknown. It's time for today's subscriber pick. In a remarkable revelation, the United States Air Force officer and intelligence official David Grush, along with other highly respected government figures, have boldly asserted that our universe is not as isolated as previously believed. Surprisingly, they contend that the U.S. government has kept astonishing discoveries hidden from the public for many years. This disclosure transcends mere speculation about the existence of extraterrestrial life. It represents a revelation of immense significance. Grush's statements challenge the age-old inquiry into whether we are indeed the sole inhabitants of the universe, propelling us into uncharted intellectual territory. What hidden knowledge has been safeguarded, and what motivations underlie this secrecy? Additionally, astonishing claims have emerged suggesting that the U.S. military may possess an advanced alien spacecraft. This assertion is not a work of science fiction. Rather, it is a contention that profoundly shakes the very foundations of our comprehension of technology and the cosmos. Could it truly be possible that we have harnessed extraterrestrial technology and capabilities? Let us know in the comments section what you think about these allegations. The Bal Mystery. Lake Baikal, situated in Russia, boasts the distinction of being the world's oldest and deepest lake, plunging to a remarkable depth of approximately 5,400 feet. To put this into perspective, One can imagine stacking two to-scale replicas of the world's tallest building, the Burj Khalifa, within its aquatic depths. This natural wonder has long served as a wellspring of inspiration for numerous legends and has been associated with a plethora of alleged extraterrestrial phenomena. Over the years, Lake Baikal has played host to reports of peculiar luminous phenomena, unidentified craft sightings, and enigmatic figures lurking along its shoreline. In a noteworthy incident from 2009, Sergei Konechnik and his son were witnesses to two luminous orbs emerging from the lake's depths and hovering above its surface. Sergei adeptly captured an image of these mysterious lights before they dissipated beneath the murky waters, substantiating the reality of their presence. These encounters are not confined to the lake's perimeter. Some have occurred within its depths. In 1982, Russian military divers purportedly encountered unusually tall humanoid entities while exploring Baikal's depths at 160 feet. Their efforts to subdue and capture one of these enigmatic beings led to a forceful expulsion from the water. Tragically, several divers succumbed to decompression sickness upon surfacing, underscoring the gravity of the encounter. While skepticism may linger, the convergence of reports such as Sergei's photograph and the myriad of other tales surrounding Lake Baikal fosters a compelling sense that the region may harbor mysteries yet to be unraveled. The Turkish UFO Incident. Numerous UFO sightings have garnered widespread attention and sparked intense debates over the years. However, there are less publicized cases such as the Turkish UFO Incident, which occurred between 2007 and 2009. In this instance, 12 different individuals came forward as witnesses, reporting the sighting of an unusual metallic object in the skies off the northwest coast of Turkey. Remarkably, many of these witnesses captured the phenomenon on film, clearly revealing the presence of two discernible figures inside the craft. Despite initial efforts by authorities to dismiss these sightings as elaborate hoaxes, their attempts proved challenging. Subsequently, when this compelling footage was reviewed by two distinct state-sponsored boards, they were unable to debunk its authenticity. Although these boards did not definitively identify the craft as extraterrestrial in origin, they did acknowledge that the footage appeared unaltered and that the vehicle did not align with any known human-made aircraft. It is surprising that this particular incident has not received more widespread attention. The footage provides a compelling glimpse of what seems to be two occupants inside the craft, suggesting the possibility of an intriguing internal debate, akin to two pilots deliberating whether to seek directions. Alien abduction. On a tranquil October night in 1957, 23-year-old Brazilian farmer Antonio Vilas Boas sought refuge from the scorching daytime sun by tending to his fields under the evening sky. However, his labor was abruptly interrupted when an ominous crimson celestial object materialized in the dark expanse. To his dismay, this enigmatic phenomenon rapidly enlarged, revealing itself as an extraterrestrial spacecraft poised for descent. A sense of dread compelled Antonio to hastily abandon his tractor, which stubbornly refused to start, forcing him to flee on foot through the fields. Yet relentless pursuit ensued, and Antonio soon found himself apprehended by several humanoid entities who overpowered him and transported him onto their craft. Within the confines of the vessel, Antonio was subjected to an unsettling process, stripped of his clothing and coated in an unfamiliar substance. These beings proceeded to extract a blood sample from his chin and placed him in an enclosed chamber filled with noxious fumes, causing severe discomfort. Vulnerable and bewildered aboard an alien craft, Antonio's night took a surreal turn when a female extraterrestrial, unclothed like himself, entered the chamber and engaged in an intimate encounter with him. Subsequent to this peculiar encounter, Antonio was granted a brief tour of the spacecraft before being returned to his home. While skepticism initially shrouded his account, Antonio's credibility received a boost when a medical examination shortly after the incident revealed signs of radiation sickness, leaving us puzzled as to its origin. Regardless of one's belief in his narrative, Antonio steadfastly maintained his story until his passing in 1991. His enigmatic tale remains a subject of speculation, leaving us to wonder if he was genuinely a victim of extraterrestrial abduction or if his motives were merely for attention. Agents of silence or alien envoys. The Men in Black, often associated with the popular movie franchise, represents an intriguing phenomenon with roots in real-life events that may send shivers down your spine. When individuals report encounters with extraterrestrial phenomena, they may find themselves face-to-face with these enigmatic figures. However, it's essential to clarify that the real-life MIBs do not resemble Will Smith. Instead, they are strange individuals dressed entirely in black attire. Their interactions with witnesses often involve coercion into silence, or in some unsettling accounts, complete disappearances, casting a strange pall over the entire experience. One particularly peculiar incident unfolded in 2009 within the confines of a hotel in Ontario, Canada. This event, captured on camera, showcases the intrusion of two mysterious figures donned in black garb. These individuals exhibited peculiar characteristics, including the absence of eyebrows and eyelashes, and appeared to be concealing wigs beneath their hats. Strikingly, they bore an uncanny identical resemblance. According to eyewitnesses, the duo aggressively interrogated a bellboy, seeking an audience with the manager, Shane Sovar. Even when informed that Shane was not on duty, they persisted, behaving as though they possessed an unwarranted authority over the premises. Their purpose remained shrouded in mystery as their search yielded no discernible results. Eventually, these enigmatic strangers vanished without a trace, leaving behind a cloud of unanswered questions. The presence of these mysterious figures can often be linked to prior UFO sightings, such as Shane Sovar's report of a sizable triangular UFO over Niagara Falls the previous year. While many UFO enthusiasts posit that the Men in Black are government operatives tasked with suppressing information about extraterrestrial sightings, a more chilling theory emerges. What if these individuals themselves are of extraterrestrial origin? Their peculiar traits, from their lack of hair to their identical appearances, raise intriguing possibilities. Concealing their existence might serve their clandestine agenda, allowing them to continue their enigmatic activities without interference. The truth behind the Men in Black remains an enigma, deepening the intrigue surrounding the realm of extraterrestrial encounters, the enigmatic visitor from the stars. In 2017, our solar system received an intriguing, uninvited guest. A mysterious red object, estimated to be between 300 and 3,000 feet in length, was observed traversing near the sun. Scientists affectionately named this celestial visitor Oumuamua, derived from the Hawaiian term meaning a messenger from afar arriving first. This name was fitting, considering its remote origin and its unique status as the first of its kind ever encountered. Naturally, astronomers were captivated by its sudden appearance, yet also apprehensive about its enigmatic nature. Oumuamua was characterized by its elongated cigar-like shape and its remarkable velocity, traveling at speeds of up to 55 miles per second, significantly surpassing the typical comet speed. Unlike comets, however, it lacked the distinctive tail of space dust trailing behind it. Oumuamua's brief 11-day passage through our solar system left behind a trail of curiosity and speculation. Many were swift to suggest extraterrestrial origins due to its perplexing characteristics. Nevertheless, various theories have been proposed. Some contend that Oumuamua was composed of solid hydrogen, while others maintain it was a peculiar comet harboring mysterious qualities. Scientists have offered a composite explanation, suggesting it was a hydrogen-filled comet. Notably, when it encountered our sun, the heat released the comet's hydrogen, imparting an additional burst of speed. Additionally, the absence of a visible tail can be attributed to the insufficient momentum of hydrogen to draw space dust. Intriguingly, the question persists. Was Oumuamua merely a colossal space rock, or might there be more to the story? Some conjecture about clandestine government actions to conceal evidence of extraterrestrial encounters. Which of these pieces of evidence did you find the most intriguing? Let us know in the comments below. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.